Vaughn hitting .313 this year. We're tied at 3. Nerio Rodriguez pitching. Darren Erstad pulling out his wood. Fat Mojo. Deep to right. Erstad's second home run of the year.
Game-winning run on third. That's Jeff Houston pinch hitting. Miguel Tejada gets to this ball. If he throws him out, we have extra innings. However, Jason Giambi can't get the scoop. It appeared he tried to stretch too much. Had time, but what do I know? I'm wearing makeup.
With nobody on base, Mo Vaughn's hitting .234. With runners in scoring position, Hit Dog's got the J.U. Ice, the juice, hitting .324. That's why he knocks in Randy Velarde. That's that little wheel he was talking about. Angels beat the Dodgers in 10 innings. They win it 7-6. Halos win for the 5th time in 6 games.
To Jeff Houston, and Houston, Goodwood, rips it down into the right field corner. Now, Matt Wallback's going to try and score all the way from first. Here comes the throw from Lou Rodriguez home, and Wallback is in there as it gets away, and the Angels win.
At 6. Later in the 16th, runner on first and second, Pedro Borbon pitching. Dante Powell, just a 22nd overall pick in '94. It's on. Tony Batista comes around to score. Powell, just his 5th RBI of his career.
13 hits, we're tied at 6. Bottom 9, Jay Bell. He is a lumberjack, and he's okay. Bell's 12th homer. That leads the big leads, and it takes Bobby Ayala out and gives the Diamondbacks a win with that.
Looking to extend his hit streak and win the game in one swing of the bat, and he got it. How about that? With a pull ball! Woohoo! What a way to extend his hit streak to 24 games. He was for most homers in the majors, and then Luis Gonzalez would single and stand on first for Matt Williams, who got it and sends everybody home with an 8-6 Diamondbacks victory. A fat 5-run ninth.
Clutch. Tie game, 11th inning, 2-2. First and second, after back-to-back walks, Luis Gonzalez back up the middle off Dan Maselli. Damian Jackson stops it but threw it away. Tony Womack scores the game winner.
Bottom of the ninth, Diamondbacks down 7-6. Hanley Frias at the plate, deep to center. It brings home 2 runs. Travis Lee and Bernard Gilkey coming home, and the Diamondbacks pull it out 8-7. Just their 2nd win in 7 games. Luis Gonzalez.
Williams takes Brian Williams just inside the third base line. They walk Luis Gonzalez to get to him. Bad idea. Jay Bell scores, and the D-backs in 11th win it the final 8-7.
July 9th, tied at 6, bottom 10, Luis Gonzalez, 2 for his last 33. Looky there, 2-run home run, wins it for the D-backs. 25th of the year for Gonzalez. Arizona wins it 8-6 and 10. Johnson looked good, striking out.
Lockhart at first. We're tied at 2, heading to extras. Bottom 10, Andrew Jones ripping one. Brian Jordan coming hard around third, and he dives and scores. There's excitement in April in Atlanta. The Braves win it 3-2 in 10 innings.
Andrew Jones, base hit to left. To quote Red Barber, here comes the tying run, and here comes the winning run. Poor Greg Olson has blown his 3rd save of the season, and the Braves.
Later, 2 outs, 2 on for Andrew Jones. Drew, as smooth as Drew Hill. Keith Lockhart scores. Jones, 16 RBI this year. Glavine gets his first win. Braves win it.
Under his own power, just a bruised upper lip. 12th inning, tied at 3. Andrew Jones with the bases loaded. Knocks that thing past the outfield, and Brian Jordan scores the winning run. The Braves get it in 12 innings.
Go to extra innings in the 11th. Brian Jordan at the plate, singling off Guillermo Mota, bringing in Ozzie Guillen from second as he beats the throw from Manny Martinez. And that's the ball game. Late June in Jordan at the buzzer. Well, we'll take any.
5 in the top of the 9th. Bottom 9, 2 on, 1 out. Gerald Williams lines a shot to left. Great effort there by a diving Avon. And Brett Boone comes in to score.
May have done his job. Bottom 11, Braves with a man on first, B. Hunter. With 2 strikes, lays down a pitch, and then it's thrown away. Braves get their 16th win of the year in their last at-bat thanks to the error by Wasden. Or Stanley, give it to whoever you want. Officially, they gave it to Stanley, but it looked as if that ball grazed off.
Then, bottom of the 11th, runners at the corner. Ozzie Guillen grounds to second. Andrew Jones, he's on third, and he comes in to score, and the Braves win it. A comebacker.
But Maselli stays in. Braves lead the National League in last at-bat victories, and they got another one. Jordan, the base knock. Williams scores from second base. Braves win it in dramatic fashion.
by the final of 3-2.
Big Mac 0 for his last 12. Bottom 9, Howard Battle. Straight off the meat rack. The guy recalled from AAA on September 1st gets his second straight pinch hit.
Bottom 10, tied at 5, Chipper Jones. Going way back for the game. If it's gone, it's over. It's a home run, and the game is over. Jones, 41st homer of the year.
Kenny Rogers to Andrew Jones. No, sorry. And depression sets in. 15 walks and 19 postseason innings for Kenny Rogers in his career, and Bobby Valentine thought he had it to get to a Game 7. The elation.
Squad 0 for 16 this season when trailing after 8. They're now 1 for 17. Harold Baines a granny. Way to end it in fashion as the Orioles go on to win this game by the score of 9-5.
Still tied after 9, and as the rules dictate, we head to extra innings. Bottom of the 10th, Mike Bordick. The blooper to right, Will Clark scores. Bordick 2 for 5 in the ball game as the O's.
Service pitching. Scott Service serving Charles Johnson, who went down and got one. Bell, who was on base again, scores. Johnson was 2 for 4. O's win at 6-5. And
in the inning, it's Ripken at the plate. The winning run's on third, and Ripken comes through. He went 3 for 5. He's 10 for his last 20. He's now hitting .328. And the O's win at 8-7 in 11.
Bottom 12, this game was deadlocked at 4. Mike Bordick facing Robert Ramsey. And Mike Bordick says, I would like to go home now. Deep to left center, and it's gone. Game winner. O's win it 5-4 in 12 innings. By the way, in this game,
It's Jeff Conan. Mesa gets the perfect inning-ending double play ball. Inner center field. B.J. Surhoff comes down, and that'll wrap it up. 5-4 is your final.
Jeff Fry, who hasn't homered since '97, he logs on, and he is part of the Gone Network. 4 for 5 on the night, including the walk-off job. Sox win at 4-3.
John Valentin. Deep to left, Shane Spencer moving over and cannot catch up with it. It drops in there for a fair ball. Trust us. Offerman scores. Valentin 2 for 4, drove in 3. And the Red Sox celebrate 6-5 the final.
one more time, Worrell Dawbuck. You will not get me. Off the wall and left. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Here comes Offerman with the game winner, and he's in there. And Brian Dubek, whoopee! The Red Sox win it 6-5.
Mickey Morandini and the looper into right field. Not even right field, it's behind second base. And everyone was sort of positioned weirdly because they were trying to prevent the run from scoring, which it did anyway. Cubs win 13-12.
Bottom 9, 4-4, Sammy Sosa. Push and pull the bat. Viva la Villa Loca. 425 feet on Waveland Avenue. Sosa's 16th jack, 12th homer in his last 21 games.
After the next batter, Jose Hernandez singled. Mark Grace up there. Lines went into right. His lone hit, and it was huge. Hernandez coming around third. He's going to try to score. Eric Davis, the relay throw then not in time. The Cubs get 2 in the 9th. They win it 4-3.
Time for Sammy Sosa. 415 feet away. Number 18 of the year, and that will wrap it up. Cubs scored 8 of their 9 runs in the final 2 innings of play.
The 0-2. Henry Rodriguez. Oh, Henry. 2 for 5 in the game, hitting .341. No one can catch up with that one. Cubs score 3 in the 9th to win it 11-10. The 6 blown save from Mike Trombley in 19 chances.
Morandini
The 0-2 pitch.
with the bat and a fat bat. Flies to right center. Santangelo dives again. Can't get there again. Reed scores. Rob Nin blows his 9th save of the year. Cubs come back to win the game.
What Jim Lefevre said was he told Kyle Peterson, don't give him anything good to hit. That ball is up about his head. Didn't matter. Sacrifice fly, game about to be over.
Winning run comes in to score as the Chicago Cubs win at 6-5 and 10. Molina with the winning run. So
Royals up 5-4. More drama. Bottom of the 9th. Bases loaded with 1 out. Magglio Ordonez. Hey, now you're an all-star. He went 2 for 5, and this one off Don Wengert allows the tying and winning runs to score. Talk about showing he deserves to go.
Play shows it. Everyone's safe. Bases loaded. Next batter, Carlos Lee. Pop fly to center. Ray Durham tagging from third, and Durham is in there with the winning run as the Sox take it 3-2.
Jeff Zimmerman against Paul Konerko.
Konerko with the pop out to Roberto Kelly in right. Ray Durham's going to tag and try for the plate. Kelly fires. It is not in time. Durham is safe. And the White Sox win 8-7. The always dangerous Frank Thomas delivers. It's all over. The White Sox in 12 win. A final score of 4-3.
I didn't notice that Ray Durham is
in there 2 down. Hal Morris. That's a good hit.
He can flat out hit. Always could, and I guess he always will.
Say the same thing about Paul.
Now with 1 out, Mike Cameron hits a fly ball over the drawn-in outfield, and that'll wrap it up. Reds scored 3 in the first, then nothing until this game winner in the 9th.
It's happening. A bit concerned. Next batter, Barry Larkin, the Cub killer. They don't pitch around him, and he makes him pay. Larkin 3 for 4, including the base hit down the third base line. Pinch runner Chris Stein scores. Back 2 batters later, Padilla facing Aaron Boone with runners on the corners, and Boone delivers. Pinch runner Chris Stein scores the game winner. Boone 2 for 2. The Reds feeling good.
That's the 3rd 9th inning homer off Williamson in 2 weeks.
2-run shot from Walker. A pinch hitter tied it at 2, and then in the bottom of the 9th, looky here, Jeffrey Hammonds, Gonzo. Solo shot in the bottom of the 9th, wins it for Cincy. Hammonds is 8th of the year.
Bottom 12. Can anybody catch this off Chris Stein's bat? Don't think so. His 2nd of the year. Good enough for a 7-4 Reds win.
Larkin comes in to score. They would need more dramatics in the 11th. Tied at 3 bases loaded. Sean Casey, deep fly. Deep enough for Mike Cameron to come in. Reds win it in 11. Reds haven't lost a series since July 28 against Ricky Bottalico. Pokemon, his 10th home run of the season. Pokey Reese wins it for the Reds in dramatic fashion, 7-5.
Major League homer, just his first left-handed in the big leagues. Ties it at 2 after Robbie Alomar grounded out with the bases loaded in the 9th. In the bottom of the 10th, Travis Fryman off Jose Santiago. Ball game.
Indians were not done yet. Sandy Alomar single. Jobert Cabrera sent in the pinch run. Kenny Lofton lays down the bunch. Bunt. A.J. Hinch throws it to no one in particular. Cabrera comes around from first to score, and yea, verily, there was much rejoicing by the lake as the Indians come back from a 4-zip deficit to win it 5-4.
Loaded. Mike Hargrove, a little nervous. No reason to be. Omar Vizquel, liftoff. 3rd career grand slam. And he wasn't sprinting around the bases, but when he got home, he slid safely. Vizquel's 2nd home run of the year.
Infield, shades of Little League. 2 errors on Sanders on the play. 5 errors for the Cubs in the game after they intentionally walked the bases loaded. Will Cordero makes him pay.
10, Jim Thome, the winning run. Jacob Cruz called up from AAA before the game. Base hit. Wins it for the Indians. Final score 6-5.
Let's go to the bottom of the 9th. It's an 8-8 game. Kenny Lofton on 2nd, and Omar Vizquel brings him home. Off of Billy Taylor. Indians win their 5th in a row.
12th, Tribe, bases loaded, Jose Mesa. Off Dan Wilson's glove, brings home Thome with the game winner as the Indians pull out their 9th win in 10 games.
Safe, much to the chagrin of Tom Kelly, who then watches Jim Thome with the extra out and 2 outs in the inning, win the game with a base hit. Tom Kelly shaking his head over this one. Indians win 5-4.
9-9. 10-9. Tribe down 1. 2 outs for Omar.
The 1-0 pitch. Swung on. Hit down the right field line. Well hit. Long run for Tucker. Leaps. This ball is... What is it? Did he catch it or is it gone? It is a home run. How about that? Into the Reds bullpen.
34th come from behind win for the Tribe. Twice this season they've overcome 8-run depth.
With 1 out, Travis Fryman on the DL twice this year with the torn right knee ligament straight off the meat rack. Ramirez scores 21st time Cleveland wins in its final at bat this year. 50th time they come from behind to win. Best in the American League. Indians win game 1, 3-2.
Singles to left center field. Pat Watkins comes around. He'll beat the throw home. Rockies come from behind to win 5-4.
So John Rocker, the Braves' new closer, didn't get it done. He gave up 3 runs in the 9th. He hadn't pitched in 8 days. Admitted he couldn't.
10. Next batter, pinch hitter Jeff Reed pops it to center. Bichette tagging at 3rd. Manny Martinez settles under it. His throw is late and wide. Sack fly. Rockies win it. Felipe Alou needs a hug. Rockies come back and win it 11-10.
Bottom of the 11th, Larry Walker already with 2 hits to extend the streak to 21, and Larry drives one into the gap, and whoa-bye, and that will end it. The lucky grounds crew member, Johnny on the spot, making the play. 10th homer of the year for Walker.
Dante, liftoff. 3-run home run, and the Rockies walk off like the Mets with a victory in the final at bat. Olsen knew it was gone right away. Shouldn't have gone where he did, and the Rockies get an emotional 7-6 victory to 8. Bottom 10, 2 on for Dante Bichette against Bob Wickman. And Bichette happens, lining one to left center. Darrell Hamilton, you can score. Rockies win it in a thriller 9-8 in 10 innings. Milwaukee's now lost 3 of their last 4.
Gerald went 0 for 5. Bichette making up for an 0 for 3 day at the plate. Bottom 9, still 1-1. John Rocker pitching. Larry Walker, 3-run shot. Holla at a brother. Walker's 2nd home run of the game, 4th multi-homer game this year.
Bottom 9, a couple of men on for Tony the Tiger. Clark rips one. Griffey's tough, Griffey's fast, but not even Griffey can reel that one in, and Brad Ausmus wipes the Mariners to full screen. 8-7 the final.
Tigers now bottom 9, game tied at 6. Bases loaded for Juan Encarnacion facing John Frascatore. Encarnacion single to center. Here comes Frank Catalanano, and he's in with the game winner. The Tigers win at 7-6. Jim Fergosi's bullpen blows another one.
Take 2 bases before, so it was in the back of my mind. Bottom 10, runners in 1st and 2nd. Juan Encarnacion banging to the gap in right center. Pinch runner Greg Jeffrey scores. Encarnacion 2 for 4, 69 RBI this year.
We had time. Bottom of the 14th, 2-on-1 out. Mike Williams is pitched drilled by Derek Lee.
With a long run.
And I hear 10 people actually. Clifford Floyd would score, and the Marlins win it in dramatic fashion.
Castillo busts out the walking stick. Bruce Avon come on down. Marlins win 2-1. Their 6th in a row. So a weather delay.
Benitez 3-1 heat. Mark Kotze all over it, adding a little levity to the situation. A game-winning home run. Mark Kotze's 5th home run of the year. The Marlins were 0 for 21.
Represents the winning
They
run.
still don't fill the place. George Fabregas at the plate. In the bottom of the 9th, the score tied 4-4. The Balloonheads got to see a good game and bad fielding. But the loss keeps the Brewers.
Marlins tie the game at 4. Bottom 9, Rob Nenon with runners in 2nd and 3rd. Dave Berg flies to left center. Marvin Bernard can't make the play, overran the baseball, and Preston Wilson scores.
And 7 extra innings. Bottom 12, Dave Berg's got men on 1st and 2nd. Felix Rodriguez threw him a meatball. So Marvin Bernard were 9 feet long. He would have come up with it. Danny Batista scores. Marlins win 8-7.
And tied at 5, 1 on for Mr. Hero back on Monday with a grand slam. He is Mike Lowell, who battled back from testicular cancer. The game-winning single, 8 RBIs in this series.
Reese Davis, 11:39, 13th inning, bases loaded, drawn in infield, drawn in outfield for Mark Kotze. Base hit. Dave Berg scores, and the Marlins win 5-4.
Forced out at the plate, so there's 1 out, bases loaded for Carl Everett. Through and past the glove of Lenny Harris into left. Spires come on down. Astros win 2-1-12 at Maine.
4 straight pitches, then I'm feeling you, Biggio. Up the middle, scores Glenn Barker. Biggio a thick 3 for 5 day at the plate. Astros win it 3-2.
9, still tied at 1. Runner on 2nd for Craig Biggio. Base hit. Gabe Kapler is fielding. Glenn Barker is running. Developing situation, and Barker's got the winning run as the Astros win it 2-1. That's going to come right here with the game tied at 2. Bell walking. The winning run walked in by Jones, and Houston wins it 3-2 in 10.
The bottom of the 11th, tied. Bases loaded. Tom Candiotti against Craig Biggio, and the knuckler floats past Einar Diaz, and Bill Spires scores the winning run. Candiotti bumming, Astros loving.
Bottom of the 13th, tied at 4. Jeff Bagwell is pictured on 1st. Carl Everett takes Bobby Ayala deep, out and gone. 2-run homer. Thanks for coming. Good night. Don't forget where you parked. His 2nd of the game, 23rd of the year, and the Stros win it 6-4.
Over the wall, bottom of the 10th now, game tied at 2. Man on 3rd for Beltran. Ray Sanchez, who had tripled, tags up.
he would score easily. Beltran saves a couple.
Tied at 11, but in the bottom of the 10th, it's Jermaine Dye. He went 3 for 5. That's his 19th of the season, and it wins a game with a man on from the Royals. Final score in a wild one, 13-11 in 10.
Mondesi up with one on. Here's Gary Thorne.
Drills that one. Do you believe it? Way back. Real Mondesi, an L.A. hero. A 2-run homer, bottom of the 11th inning. To go with a 3-run homer in the bottom of the 9th. And the Dodgers win.
Bottom 10, tied at 2. Brian Anderson and Gary Sheffield. Shep, I'm feeling you. First home run of the year. He had 22 last year. Ball game. Dodgers win it 3-2.
Game at 2, 4 batters later. Men on second and third for Mark Gruzzalanek. And Rod Beck uncorks the wild pitch. Trip Cromer come on down, and that will wrap it up as the Dodgers score twice in the 9th to beat the Chicago Cubs, and Rod Beck 3-2. Beck blows it.
2-1. Adrian Beltre, base hit. Game-winning base hit off Jose Paniagua. Devon White had enough time to carry a small child home if he wanted to. 2-1 the final score.
Situation once again in the 9th. Tie game at 5. Bases loaded, and Carroll's another knock to left field off Jerry Spradlin. His first ever hit off Spradlin, and the Dodgers win it 6-5.
Bye-bye. 2 men later, Jeff Jenkins up, and he rips this one, and that's going in, and that's ending the game. Down 4-0 going into the 9th. The Brewers storm back. Luke Collier pinch running at second. Get it to the outfield and let him go. Into left it goes. We're going to have a play at the plate. Collier's wave to him. Darren Jackson's throw. Not in time. Great speed. Good job by Garner to pinch run. White Sox left 8 on base.
Nobody out. Bases loaded. Game tied at 4. And Juan Acevedo hits Mark Loretta. And that's how it ends. The Brewers win it 5-4.
Runners at the corners, and Ron Belliard. Base hit to win it for Milwaukee as the Brewers beat the Reds 4-3 in 10.
The ballpark at this point. Bottom of the 15th. Bases loaded for the Twins. 5 infielders, 2 outfielders. Doug Minkiewicz singles to left off Doug Jones.
Now in the 10th. Todd Walker, Brad Rigby. Slicing down the line, and this one would leave the building. Walker second. Twins win by a final score of 2-1. It's in the Twins. Bottom 9, tied at 4. Bases loaded. The pinch hitter's Ron Coomer. Look at the All-Star deliver. Deep to center field. The infield and outfield both drawn in. Torrey Hunter scores. Twins win 5-4. They had been 0-45 when trailing after 8. Paniagua, Matt Lawton. That's just not nice. He bloops one over the head. Junior says not even with a rifle.
Bottom 10, tied at 3. Matt Lott on first. Ron Coomer at the plate, hit and run. Coomer finds a hole in center. Lawton comes around. Lawton in there. Twins win it in the bottom of the 10th on that play.
Tied at 2 now. Winning run on third, 2 out. Pinch hitter Mike Mordecai, the bouncer. Tatis, well, he can't field this one cleanly. The run would score, and the Expos would win. 3-2.
3 for 5 of the night. We're tied at 9. Still no outs. Next batter, Rondell White. His 19th RBI of the year. Pretty boring because Mouton just tags from third. It's a sac fly, but that boring 19th RBI, pretty large. Jeff Brantley, 1/3 of an inning.
For Vladimir Guerrero with 2 outs, and Guerrero rocking John Rocker, a 3-run homer, his 15th. And it's the game winner. Rocker bombing. Expos win it by the final of 6-5, and there is nobody out for Vladimir Guerrero. Ripping it into left, one of 3 hits in the game for Guerrero, 3 for 5. Mike Mordecai get waved around. Throw to the plate is not in time, and the Expos celebrate. Oh, yeah. They win their 3rd straight, 4-3 the final.
Bottom 9, Guerrero again. 2 outs. Hooah! Vladimir Guerrero, a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 9th. Wins it with 2 outs for the Expos. The final score 8-6.
0 for his last 8. Left 7 on base Tuesday. Oh, bro, it is on.
The pitch to Piazza. Hit in the air to deep right field. That goes Quinn. Looking up, and it's out of here. The Mets win the ball game. Mike Piazza with a 2-run opposite field home run off Trevor Hoffman. And the Mets have beaten the Padres in their final turn at bat.
The bases are loaded. 2 out. Mets down 4-3. Schilling to John Olerud. The single the other way. Lopez comes to score. Ron Gant thrown. Roger Cedeno, the play at the plate. Not in time. He's safe. And the Mets win it 5-4. Off the top of my head, that's the first time in 4. See this in the 14th minute, second and third. Ray Ordonez. Deep to left over the pulled-in outfield, and it's a winner. Valentine takes off for the skies and celebrates the win.
Hitter. Then what? 1-2 in the ninth. Rivera brought the pitch up, figured he had to, and then Franco delivered. Mets win. The Yankees' streak of winning when leading after 8 innings ends at 128.
2-minute board. Ball game. Matt Franco scores. Mets score 2 in the bottom of the ninth and win it in one of the better games this season. A total of 6 homers were hit in game 1. Including the one.
In the ninth, runners at the corners, 2 outs. Your pinch hitter is Matt Franco, and the pitch hitter applying the knockout punch.
Could be trouble.
Talk about good placement. That's it. Another dramatic victory for the New York Mets at home. 3-2.
Believe he called that a strike.
Bottom 11 still tied at 2. Robin Ventura, he homered earlier here. Wins the game with a base hit. Sean Dunston scores the winning run. And the Mets very much alive as they win 3-2 in 11. Just the Mets' second win in their last 10. But they still have a heartbeat.
Quantz, his first pitch. Melvin Mora comes home to score. The Mets win it 2-1. 50,000 plus Mets fans became Brewer fans. Bobby V's reaction. The Mets winning in the afternoon, having to await the outcome.
Todd Pratt, I say.
Oh, that's hit well to center field. Finley goes back. It's over. It's over.
Chris Berman with the call. We can't say should have, but maybe could have, consider it was Finley. Could have brought it back in. The winner, John.
Next batter, Robin Ventura, 1 for 18 prior to this pitch. 2 for 19. He's got more grand slams than any other active player, but it proves to be a very, very long single because he doesn't circle the bases.
We go to extra innings, where it's still 3-3, bottom 11, Knobloch at second base. Bernie Williams to right. Knobloch's going to try and score. Sean Green throwing, not in time. And the Yankees, on the day they unveil the monument.
On bottom of the ninth, 5-3-0s, Arthur Rhodes to Scott Brocious with 2 on.
Swung on and hit high in the air to left. It is high. It is far. It is gone. It's a game-winning walk-off. 1 out, bottom of the ninth. 3-run home run for Scott Brocious. And the Yankees win. The Yankees win.
Indeed they do. Ray Miller bumming Brocious' 8th homer of the year. He was 2 for 4 in the game.
Jeter is 0 for 5. He averaged below 370 for the first time in an eternity, and he delivered the game-winning hits. Ramirez couldn't catch up to it. Soho's in, and there is your game winner. It's
Tied at 1 against Ricardo Rincon. And there it goes. Ricky Leday. His 4th home run of the year. Rincon said it was a slider that didn't break. And the Yankees do it again, sweeping the Indians. The final score 2-1.
Bottom 9, tied at 1, 2 on, 2 out. Scott Brocious, he's been clutch ever since he put on the pinstripes. And that'll bring in Chad Curtis with the game winner.
Bases loaded, Paul O'Neill up, full count, game on the line. Jamie Navarro walks O'Neill in. He walked in the winning run. 7th time in the bigs this year.
Extra innings. And then Alfonso Soriano, the rookie. First major league hit is a home run that wins a game in the bottom of the 11th. Looky there. And the Yankees win it 4-3.
Call. They should have never traded that guy. And here's Bernie in the bottom of the 10th.
Swung on a drill deep to center field. Doing back Lewis, still back, looking up. A home run. Bernie Williams. And
Bernie Williams ends it on Rod Beck. The Bombers take game 1. Yankees now 4-0 in the postseason.
Tied at 5 in the 10th. Chad Curtis.
The 1-1 pitch. Swing, and there's a long high drive. Deep to left center. This one is on its way, and the Yankees have won it. Chad Curtis in his first World Series is tonight's Yankee hero.
Todd, bases loaded. The winning run at third. Tim Hurricula walks John Jaha on 4 straight balls to bring in Tim Raines for the winning run, and that will wrap it up. An excruciating loss for the Red Sox.
Tied at 5 in the 9th. Matt Stairs goes upstairs. Is this a game winner or not? Back, and it is gone. Stairs wins the game, his 8th home run of the year. Tom Kelly displeased. 6-5 for Oakland. They've now won 5 in a row.
There's nobody ejected, and I'm off my soapbox.
All right.
Matt Stairs ends the game later in the frame when everybody went back to the dugouts. Order was restored, and now everybody could just drive home safely.
Score. Generally, that's bad news for the Mariners. Phillips to right. A.J. Hinch scores. Phillips goes 3 for 5 with a couple of runs batted in.
2 out, 2 on. Booyah! Olmedo signs on Rob Nin, and the sign says you got to have a membership card to get inside. Rich, I feel like I'm back in the 70s show. 3-run game-winning home run, signs his 4th jack of the year.
We're tied at 5. Bottom 9, runner on first. Matt Stairs connects a walk-off home run in a thriller, his 27th of the year, and the A's win 7-5 off.
He's still tied bottom 9, runner on second. Randy Velarde, the blooper against the flame-throwing closer Billy Cott. Sean Green, nice effort, but can't get it. Miguel Tejada scores the game-winning run. Tejada was on with a walk.
Hernandez facing Francisco Cordero. It's the Rinch Corinthian sacrifice fly to center field. Scott Spezio's coming home. If he makes it, Tejada can no longer make fun of his picture. He makes it. Osmus can't hang on, and Scott Spezio now has a new picture for Tejada.
Bases loaded for Doug Glanville. Career .438 hitter with the bases loaded. 0-2 pitch to left. He came through. Bobby Abreu scores, and on that, the Phillies beat Florida 2-1.
Scoreless bottom of the 10th when Doug Glanville stops the insanity. Takes Danny Graves into the outfield. Dessie's got a lot of scoring to do. Relaford scores the game winner. Nolan seeking for redemption, and he got it. Parks went off of Bob Wickman to wrap it up. Roland was 0 for 11 with the 5 strikeouts in the series. Not anymore. His 19th home run of the year is of the walk-off variety.
Second, Miller 1 for 3. That ends the threat. Bottom of the 11th now. 1 on. Domingo Cedeno. Deep to right center, and that is gone. His first National League homer. 2nd homer of the year. Cedeno's pumped. And the Phils extend their winning streak to 4.
Tied at 5, bottom 11, Rico Brogna. He is your hero. Opposite way, just sliced it that way. Gary Sheffield coming up throwing. The play at the plate, Kevin Sefcik is safe, and that's all that matters. Rico Brogna is the story. Finished with 4 hits at 8. 2 batters later, Brant Brown, 2 on Brown.
Up the middle.
Nice finish to this Pirates comeback rally. Up the middle, Santangelo bobbles it. Kevin Young would score. A dramatic 9-8 victory for the Pirates as they score 4 in the 9th. Nen giving up all 4 runs.
Bottom 12, still 3 all. Jason Kendall on second, went out. Ed Sprague, who had a homer in the game. Lines 1 to center field. Kendall coming around from third. Ball game. Ed Sprague, you the man. His first game-winning hit in 937 regular season big league games.
As Service gets out of the jam to keep it tied at 8th. Bottom of the 9th. Runners at first and third, 1 out. Still tied, Ed Sprague. Over the drawn-in outfield, and that's your ball game. Sprague 3 for 6, drove in 3. Bucks win it 9-8. Sprague, the hero, also hit a 2-run homer in the first.
There he gets Mike Lieberthal chasing. Extra innings. Bottom 10, 2 on. Adrian Brown through. Kevin Young scores the game winner, and the Pirates win 3-2 in 10 innings. Brown was hitting 190.
Bottom 9, Pods down 6-5, bases loaded, 1 out. Dave Magadan, like the way you work it. Doubles to right center. Magadan 4 for 5, 3 doubles. Kilvio Veras, Reggie Sanders score. Padres score 4 runs in the bottom of the 9th to win it.
It's Eric Owens at the plate, and this time the Pods come through. Ed Giovanola comes across. The Padres win it 3-2 in 10 innings.
Innings, as the rules dictate, we head to extra innings. Bottom of the 12th, still tied at 3. Padres have stranded 14 runners so far, but Damian Jackson comes through. The double into the corner off Mike Maddox. Ben Davis scores the...
Donnie Oates says we got a break there. Let's hope for another one. 2 down, man on second and third. Look at Wetland waiting as he tries to get over in time. Forget it. The runner was well ahead of him. Wetland couldn't come up with it, and Damian Jackson comes around from second to score the winning run.
Padres, Brewers, bottom 9, bases bloated. Wiki Gonzalez bounces one over the drawn-in infield. That his first Major League RBI.
and that the game winner.
Bottom 10, here we go, tied at 4. Bases loaded for Dave Magadan. Magadan, line it to Grissom. Here's Phil Nevin, tagging from third. Watch this. He takes out the home plate umpire. Jeff Nelson on the slide. Nevin missed the plate, dives back, and able to score the winning run. And the Padres win in dramatic fashion.
Away. Bottom 9, Bonds have been 3 for 22 since coming off the DL. Drops one into left off Dan Serafini. Marvin Bernard, here he comes, and he's in there safely. F.P. Santangelo gives Barry a little high five.
Bottom of the 9th, tied at 6. Wilson Delgado coming through off Rick Aguilera. It scores Stan Javier with the game-winning run. The Giants win again, 7-6.
Bottom 10, tied at 4, man on for Barry Bonds. Get out of town, and I mean it. It's a game winner. A 2-run shot, second of the night. The Giants win 6-4, 28 homers for Bonds.
I'm trying to avoid the sweep. Bottom 11, game tied at 3. Jeff Kent swings successfully at tight slacks. A 2-run homer to end the game, his 17th of the year, atoning for his 3 strikeouts earlier in the game. Wayne Gomes has had better evenings.
Person, 1 on 2 outs. Butch Husky has just won the ball game. He brings in Junior all the way from second. I'm supposed to set up the drama. They teach you that in sportscaster class. And he scores. Mariners rally and win it by the final of 3-2.
Opener against Arizona here. 10th inning, tied at 7. Russ Davis getting it done. Goes to left field. John Mabry comes to score, and the Mariners come from behind to win it 8-7. Davis 2.
Rogas in the outfield to score. They walk Buhner and get to Segui with runners on first and third. It bloops one in.
All you need. Here comes A-Rod, winning run. Mariners 5, A's 4.
1, pinch hitter Tom Lampkin. That's a drive. Is it deep enough? It's deep enough to do some serious damage. Frankie Rodriguez would score to tie up the game. Wait a minute. The Mariners have a shot to win. Mike Caruso's throw. John Mabry beats it. And the Mariners win in exciting fashion.
Jimmy, you're going to have to leave. Bottom 9, tied at 1. Dan Wilson coming up with the game winner. Charles Gibson, the pinch runner. That's why they put him in there. He's got the speed to score, and the M's win it. 2-1 is the final in this one.
Runner on. Billy Koch had walked the first batter, and then to Tom Lampkin, his 7th, and the M's are going to go home happy on this one. All the runs coming on home runs. A game-winning 2-run job in the bottom of the 9th.
And we're tied at 2. Bottom 9, 2 out, 1 on. Rich Loisel pitching, Dunston hitting. A game-winning 2-run dinger. Just his 2nd of the year. Cardinals win it in dramatic fashion, 4-2.
After 17-0 and leading after 7 this year, the Roosters Cards 0-14 after 7 innings. But that's why they play the games. Bottom of the 9th, 4-3 Dodger lead. Man on, Jeff Shaw serves it. Ray Lightford wins it.
Smelling a squeeze, calls for the pitch out, but Spradlin apparently didn't get the call. And Davis scores. Cardinals win in 12 by the final of 3-2.
Bottom of the 14th, bases loaded for Renteria. The former World Series hero becomes the Cardinal hero on this night. McGee scores the winning run, 1 of 3 hits for Renteria, and the Cards celebrate.
Bottom 14, 3 all. 2 on for Big Mac. McGuire, 3 homers in his last 3 games. A single here. Joe McEwing's a winning run. In comes McEwing, and the Cards win it by the final score of 4-3.
For the 10th, bases loaded. Vincente Padilla walks McGuire on a 3-0 count. Darren Bragg comes in to score, and the Cards take it 2-1.
Extras. 13th inning, Darren Bragg bunting with Rick Krauscher on first. Greg Norton fields, fires, throws, hits the runner, and the ball's loose. Here's Krauscher coming all the way around from first. Ray Durham's throw is not in time. The Cardinals win 3-2. Afterwards, Krauscher said, I think every baseball player wants to be a hero one time.
In the 9th, 2 on 2 outs.
Base hit left field. Langford is home. Here comes Fernando. Cardinals win.
Cardinals score 2 in the 9th.
Bases loaded, including, by the way, that was the pinch runner, Kenton Merker on third. It's Craig Paquette.
Into deep right center field.
You got to get over there. No. Game, set, mess for the Phillies as the Cardinals win 6-5. And what's happened to Philadelphia?
Craig Paquette.
Same score. Need to get a fly ball, but Rick's a good guy to do it, isn't he?
Well, he knows how to hit. Situational hitter right there. Just went ahead and took what they were going to give him. Lifted the ball left field. Stocker scores.
Mike Sweeney made a diving catch. Scott Service then hits Flaherty. That forces in the winning run. So Tampa winner 5-4. Service
out tells him don't do that again, and promptly does it again. Trombley, another wild pitch, and that's how this game would end. 2 wild pitches.
One out, Rusty Greer intentionally walked to set up the force play, but that force play would be on Juan Gonzalez, and he just grounds through the hole in left field. And that'll wrap it up as Tom Goodwin beats the throw home. The Rangers win by the final of 4-3.
Bottom of the ninth, 2 on. Rusty Greer facing Jordan Zimmerman of Seattle, and Greer facing him well. Shot to the opposite field. Is it going to be? It's off the wall. On the play, Royce Clayton will come in to score. The Rangers win 7-6.
Walked 3 straight pinch hitters for the 2nd time in big league history. Mark McLemore kicking the Willie Bobo. The lifetime .317 hitter with the bases loaded to the right center gap, clears the bases. Lee Stevens scores the game-winning run. Diamondbacks blow their 15th save of the year.
And Zeal gets a game-winning RBI just for standing still. Plesac walks home the winning run as the bullpen lets it slip away.
Let's tie this thing up at 3. Royce Clayton in the 12th. Here comes Kelly. Here's the throw from Kapler. Oh, what a great job to avoid the tag. And watch the head ray. This is peaky as well.
Yeah, he rounds third base. Roberto Kelly, one of the finest base runners, and he just completely avoids the tag there, which he can do. Oh. And hammers, watch your lips there, Roberto.
Bottom of the ninth, 6-6. Kip Roach, 2 on. First pitch went that out to Delgado. Goodbye. Back. 3-run home run, number 10 for Delgado. Walk, single, home run off Gross in the ninth. Toronto wins it 9-6.
The 2 outs. Who do the Blue Jays go to but Tony Fernandez, and he comes through. Scoring Sean Green. Blue Jays win it by the final of 2-1. Fernandez now hitting .411, 2,178th hit of his.
Fletcher got it to wrap it up. The O's blow leads in the 9th and 10th to lose 10-9. Their 7th straight loss. Said Fletcher, I've never had a walk-off homer in my career.
Extra innings tied at 7. Bottom of the 10th, John Hudek now in there. Tony Batista leading off. And with that, the Braves will be wiped to full screen. His 11th of the season. Jay's 4th home run of the game. This one in the bottom of the 10th.